I wanted to come back because I always knew I'd come back. A, job prospects are amazing here. B, I am a natural California girl, grew up here, family's here, everything. And then C, I see a very sustainable lifestyle here. So I would say that everything from education system to just the people and the culture over here, I think would do well. I'm thinking generations to come, right? So my children, and that thing. Currently I'm living at home, which is actually, I guess I should feel grateful for that, because, a lot of my friends on the East Coast would be like, oh, I really want to move to California, I want to work at Google, Facebook, Apple, all this kind of stuff. But the first thing they come up against is, oh, rent's expensive, So I think the reality is that, Manhattan is extremely expensive, so is it here. Like I said, I'm grateful to be living at home, so I'm not paying. But I would ultimately like to move to the city. I think a common misconception is Silicon Valley has, a lot of job prospects for engineers. So if you're a really technically capable person who, codes all day, does hackathons for fun, all this kind of stuff, oh, you are in heaven. Here, you've got everything at your fingertips. I think all roles beyond that, everything from business operations to marketing to anything else beyond that is going to be a product of the company doing well, so now they need other functions to support. But I mean, to be realistic, my job prospects here may only be better because we have engineers here. But the minute engineers pick up and leave and go somewhere else, Silicon Valley won't be Silicon Valley anymore. So I guess yes, more job prospects, but no, because it's completely hinged on a whole nother set of folks. But I guess from my own experience, given that I'm not a computer science major or anything like that, women in Silicon Valley, I think, are fighting against a very male-dominated spectrum of, people in the Bay. I don't necessarily believe there's any discrimination or prejudice that I've ever encountered personally, but what I would say is that, if you are going to go hang out with a bunch of boys afterwards, to go golfing and, hang out with them to discuss anything business related, a lot of times you're the only girl doing that. A lot of times you're the only female trying to, especially I think my age, trying to do something where you're trying to gel with the rest of the folks in the company. You come up against different personalities and some people who really want you to grow and become, the next leader, the next female, whatever you want to call it, mid-level manager or above. But you also come across sometimes women who are a little insecure about their position as a mid-level manager, not wishing for someone to supersede them. So I've seen both, and I've seen it in Silicon Valley. So it's, you just have to fight for it. I think that's the reality. I would say long-term here. Yeah, this is where I grew up, and I had such a wonderful experience, as a youth. So many, I think especially comparing coast-to-coast experiences, you can see where the liberalism and the openness and the intensity and the innovation and people just, I think there's this interesting electric, set of individuals who want things to happen. I would love for anybody to grow up in an environment like this. I think it's long-term, I'd love to settle here because it has everything.